Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of USCFootball.com's film study as we're looking at the USC Oregon game here. Shotgun Spratling and Keely Yor breaking down some of the things. I know some of you guys don't want to rewatch any of this game, but there were some unique things that USC was doing with receivers Michael Pittman Jr., Amon-Ra St. Brown, doing some different formations, using Amon-Ra St. Brown out of the backfield. We're going to take a look at some of those things. We'll look at some of the plays and how they broke down or how they worked well as USC moved the ball well early, but just the turnovers killed them in this one. We're going to look at some of the different formations that USC used in their opening drive when they go 16 plays, go all the way down the field and punch it in, picking up some big third downs along the way. Let's look at this first play of the game. You see Michael Pittman Jr. is actually in the slot on the same side as Tyler Vaughns, and that's Amon-Ra St. Brown in the backfield. So USC is using their five-wide formation, and they're going to do something they haven't done previously. They're going to send Tyler Vaughns in motion. Now, when they do that, what that does is open up this side for Michael Pittman. So now he's the lone receiver on this side, which is interesting. They throw a quick out here to him and pick up a good amount of yards, but also look in the backfield. Amon-Ra St. Brown had turned and was pass blocking initially, and then he kind of turns and looks, and he's going to be a check down receiver if they need a little shovel pass or something as well. That's one play that we start with, and it's just going to build on from that. USC still has five wide receivers on the field. Amon-Ra St. Brown stays in the backfield. Now Michael Pittman, he's up in the slot to the left. He's going to be the outside slot receiver here. This is just going to be an all curls route, but take a look at what Amon-Ra St. Brown does. We haven't seen too much of this from the running backs here out of the backfield. He's actually going to run a wheel route up the side. Now they get a quick pass. They're going to pick up the first down here, but that's something to keep an eye on in the future that maybe they do with the running backs is run that wheel route and try to get those guys one-on-one outside, especially if it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. Five wides once again. This time it's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown motioning into the backfield. You look down here, you got Michael Pittman Jr. He's in the slot to the right, the outside slot, and now we're actually going to motion him, send him in motion. He's going to take the pop pass, and you got Amon-Ra St. Brown blocking. Another wrinkle that USC broke out in this game. Picks up a couple yards, 5 yards on first down, because it's hard to tackle a guy like Michael Pittman Jr. Fourth play of the game, fourth different look for USC. Amon-Ra St. Brown is out of the game. You've got Michael Pittman Jr. up on the top at the left where he normally is, and now you've actually brought a tight end and a running back into the game. Just keeping the looks, changing the looks up for the Oregon defense. Play 6 of the drive, USC goes with a trips left formation. This is a normal look that they have. They actually have a running back in here, Quincy Junty. You've got Amon-Ra St. Brown at the top slot, and then you have Michael Pittman above him. Seventh play, 6 different look from USC. Michael Pittman Jr. is out in his traditional spot out wide left, but now Amon-Ra St. Brown is in the backfield here with Quincy Junty, a 2-back look, and we're going to see Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to go in motion, and now they're going to send him out. You've got an option up there with a little screen pass. Instead, they hand the ball off. Just another look, keeping Oregon on their toes throughout this entire first drive. 3rd and 9, USC goes back to their 4-wide set. This is another different look, though. This is now Amon-Ra St. Brown on the left slot with Michael Pittman Jr. on the same side of the field. Now, this is just a different look from the trips formation they showed with 4 wide receivers a couple of plays ago. This one they're going to pick up with a great play by Tyler Vaughns, just catching the ball away from his body. Nice catch right there, even though there's pretty tight coverage and a little bit of a hold before the ball was thrown as well. 9th play of the drive, USC goes back to the 2 running back look. This is Amon-Ra St. Brown up here at the top. You got Michael Pittman Jr. on the same side as him. Now, normally you might see Amon-Ra St. Brown in the slot right here, but that might bring a nickel back or a safety down. Instead, he's going to run a route from the running back position that's going to get him facing up with this defender right here. He's going to run a little curl route, something he might run normally from the slot route. Instead, he gets he gets a little bit more movement, freedom of movement there. Coming out of the backfield, he picks up a good 6 yards on first down, and USC's in business once again. USC picks up a yard on second down, forcing a 3rd and 1. They rush to the line, and everyone's super tight. They're bunched up here. You see the wide receivers are all really close. The linemen cut down their splits. This is basically going to be a run straight ahead. They're just trying to pick up that 1 yard. Amon-Ra St. Brown up here at the top. Michael Pittman up here as well. And watch, they end up having a big role in this, pushing the pile forward and helping Keenan Christon just barely get a yard. We'll take a look at a different angle just to see these guys and see what they're doing here, just getting in there, throwing their body forward, pushing things, pushing the pile. Keenan Christon barely gets the yard. USC picks up a first down. Now USC comes out in their 2x2. This time, though, you're going to have Drake London on the same side as Michael Pittman Jr. So now you've got your two guys, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Michael Pittman, that you've been moving around. They're on opposite sides. Give you a little bit different matchup, trying to create some different looks for that defense. Here's USC in a trips to the wide side look with Michael Pittman Jr. solo to the top. And this is going to be a 3rd and 10. So what is Oregon going to do? They're going to bring a guy down, a safety, and he's going to be a robber. He's going to sit right here in the middle of the field and going to try to take away these intermediate routes that USC likes to run and what they had success on against Colorado especially. So Keaton Slovis does a really nice job, looks outside for the solo coverage. This safety's never making it over there on the top in cover 1. He throws it to Michael Pittman. Pittman gets tripped because he runs right by Diamador Lenore, and he gets a flag here. USC gets the automatic first down. I don't know what Diamo's kind of upset about. You clearly tripped him, buddy. Come on. Now USC runs a trips to the boundary side. So you got Amon-Ra St. Brown next to Michael Pittman Jr., and they're going to try to take advantage of all this extra space that's open over here because there's 3 wide receivers. Look at all the defenders bunched up on this side because the attention that they have to give to Michael Pittman Jr. and Amon-Ra St. Brown in particular. So USC tries to run away from it, get some space for Keenan Kristen and get him out in the open. Picks up a good 4 or 5 yards. Good first down run for USC. 2nd and 5 inside the 10-yard line. USC shows a similar look, but with the different personnel. Now it's Amon-Ra St. Brown in a 2-back set with Keenan Kristen. They'll show this later and actually have Keenan Kristen as the lead blocker on a handoff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. But on this play, they're going to have Amon-Ra run out and do a route over here, similar to the curl we saw just a little bit ago. You've got ISO'd up here, Michael Pittman. You see the safety hanging over the top just to try to take him away. So what does Keaton Slovis do? Well, he's going to go away from that. He throws it over here, single coverage, 1-on-1 to Tyler Vaughns. Good defense there by Diamador Lenore. Pushes him out of bounds to keep USC from scoring the touchdown. But USC now 3rd and 5 inside the 10-yard line. What will they draw up on this final play of the drive? USC shows a tight trips bunch over here to the right. They're actually going to motion Amon-Ra St. Brown, but when they motion Ra, watch and see, does the Oregon defense, do they move anybody? No. What does that usually tell you? A lot of times that can be an indicator that it's zone coverage instead of man, and so that should give Keaton Slovis a little bit of an early indication. And you see that Oregon had a bunch of guys in the box looking like they might bring pressure. There's 6-7 guys in here. Instead, they're dropping back, only bringing 3 guys. This is the drop 8 coverage that USC has seen from previous defenses, which is really tough when you're down by the red zone because it just compacts everything so much. They get a little bit of pressure here, and Keaton Slovis is going to get out of the way, does a good job of squaring his shoulders up, especially because all his routes were moving towards the right to begin with. So he needs to square up and look back across the field to see if anyone's going to make their way across the field or if he needs to change his trajectory here. He doesn't really have a lot of room to run here because this is 41. The linebacker is now crashing down hard on Keaton Slovis, so if he was to take off running, probably not going to make it there. So he assesses the situation, looks to see if he has an open receiver, and when he doesn't, he actually is going to retreat and go backwards. And then he sees this guy coming, the defensive tackle, Austin Feloli. He says, oh no, I got to get out of here. Steps up in the pocket, keeps the play alive still. Now this linebacker's stepping up, opening up a little bit of a gap there, and he finally finds Drake London, who had actually worked his way back from the outside as well. We'll take a look at it from a different angle, watching Slovis step up. Notice all the receivers going this way, still trying to make a play, make something happen. Here's Drake London. It was almost out of bounds right here, and watch him work his way back. He told me after the game that he locked eyes with Keaton and just started working his way back to his quarterback. There's an opening there. He finds the void, and USC gets in the end zone for the touchdown. A play that Graham Harrell would tell Keaton Slovis afterwards, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Great play, don't do it again. Because once you're reversing field like that, a lot of times that's when you can get yourself in trouble a little bit. And that's just kind of a look at all the different things USC was doing early in the game to try to give themselves an advantage against Oregon, try to show them different looks that they couldn't prepare for beforehand. And because USC has been short on running backs, they did some different things with Amon-Ra St. Brown, did some different things with their best playmaker, Michael Pittman Jr. as well. Early in the game on defense, USC had some success with some zone pressures. Now, what do we just say about motion? Usually if you see a guy going with the motion man, that tells you as a quarterback, all right, I got man coverage. So Justin Herbert sees that. He sees Greg Johnson off here. He says, oh, I got this easy slant right here to one of my playmakers, Jalen Redd. But what happens? Watch Christian Rector. He drops back. He drops right into the passing lane where Justin Herbert wanted to throw the ball. And if he actually would have thrown this one, this probably would have been an interception from Christian Rector. He's got pretty good hands for a defensive end. And instead, Justin Herbert has to pull it down, and because of that, USC's pressure up the middle from Kanai Mauga gets there. They get the sack and push back the drive. They'll have to punt a play later. USC showed a lot of different looks early in this game, but what can happen when you show a lot of looks? Might be a little confusion, something you haven't worked on. That's what it looks like happens on this 3rd and 1 play for USC. They go the bunched look once again, but instead of handing it to Keaton Christon and trying to pick up the first down just straight ahead, they're actually going to bring Michael Pittman in motion and pop pass it to him. And this play is set up. He can get to the outside and go, except there's some confusion here between Drake London, Tyler Vaughns, and Keaton Christon. They've got to pick up these 3 defenders. Troy Dye is the most dangerous threat. No one picks him up, and he's the guy that's going to tackle Michael Pittman. But they pick up, if either Drake London blocks down and gets him and lets Keaton Christon get out to the safety, this could have been a really big play for USC, and instead it turns into a big loss for them, and they end up having to punt the ball. USC gets Oregon in a 3rd and 5 situation, and once again, Oregon's going to try to open the picture up, try to give Justin Herbert a little bit of an easier idea of what's coming for him. They're going to send the running back in motion. Now it's an empty set. You see John Houston's going to motion out here as well. He's going to take the running back, so it should be man coverage. Looks like USC might bring some pressure as well. But no, actually, it's going to be a zone pressure again. Watch Abdul Malik McClain. He's going to drop back. Does a better job, Justin Herbert does, of identifying where the pressure is coming. But USC's able to loop around here, and something they did was attack the center with some different stunts and some different twists in this game. You had the blitzer going up the middle. You got Hunter Echols coming around, and he's going to get right in the chest of Justin Herbert and be able to hit him there. There's a little bit of confusion on the part of the quarterback and receiver. The receiver stops. The quarterback doesn't think he's going to stop. It ends up in Isaiah Polamalu's hands. USC gets the interception. Unfortunately for the Trojans, he only takes it back to the 8-yard line because Penei Sewell's there to make the tackle, and the offense can't get into the end zone a couple plays later. USC's taking a 10-0 lead. Oregon needs to get something going on offense. So it looks like they go to a play that they've run before, and it looks like Isaiah Polamalu's done a little film study. Watch this. Just because of that little stutter step of the tight end, I think he recognizes what this play is, because watch him. He's going to say, hey, watch this guy. Watch that guy. Watch this guy right here. And then as soon as the play goes, he's the guy to go up there and make a tackle. It's a 4, 5, 6-yard loss for Oregon on first down. It looks like that was all because of a little film study that Isaiah Polamalu probably did during the week. 3rd and 4, USC once again comes out in a tight bunch, but it's not the super bunch that is shown on 3rd and 1, so it might kind of give it away to the defense that it's going to be a pass play. USC is going to try to thread the needle here. They're going to run a couple of stops inside with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Drake London, and then the outside guys are going to be running out routes here. So you kind of got this stick curl in the middle, and you're going to see that Keaton Slovis is going to look, going to see Drake London, sees that he's got a little bit of space and tries to throw it to him. But I think there's a miscommunication here. We'll see that as Drake London, both these guys are getting held in the inside. They try to push away. As he opens up his hips right here, I think Keaton Slovis believes he's going to be moving towards the middle a little bit more. We'll show it on different angles so you see it a little bit better. But he then closes his hips back up and tries to sit down on the route. And because of that, the throw is a little bit inside, and Drake London's not able to catch it. It's a little high throw too, and it goes up in the air. Safety's going to be able to get this interception, USC's first turnover of the game. When we watch it from this angle, let's actually look at Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's going to, as soon as he gets free of the defender, watch him move inside right here. And I believe that's what Keaton Slovis is looking for from Drake London. When Drake London gets free of the defender a little bit, he just kind of sits down on the route. And I think Keaton Slovis was looking for him to kind of fill that gap right here. If he does, if they're on the same page, that looks like it might be a first down and potentially some big yardage going forward here, trying to beat the safety. Instead, the safety steps up and gets the interception. After the interception, Oregon trying to get their offense going, still down 10-0. You're going to see they're going to try to throw a slant pass to Jawan Johnson, their big wide receiver out here, and He's going to reach up, try to catch the ball, and he actually is going to drop the ball in this pass. And because he drops the ball, his head goes down to try to catch it. And when that happens, that's when Isaiah Pola-Mao's helmet is going to make helmet-to-helmet contact. So there's actually not too much Isaiah Pola-Mao could have done on this play that is called targeting. If he catches the ball actually above his head, Isaiah Pola-Mao is going to drill him right in the chest, potentially break up the pass then. But because he drops the pass and reaches down to try to re-catch it, that's when Isaiah Pola-Mao is going to hit the crown of his helmet against the helmet. It's one of those tough plays for a safety that there's not too much they can do, just trying to make a play, trying to go in and hit a receiver and break up a pass. Instead, it becomes a game changer. They get this penalty, they get another penalty a couple plays later on Jay Tufele. Suddenly, they're inside the red zone. Oregon scores on a scramble, and things start rolling for the Ducks from there. Here's one more different look from USC. It's 3rd and goal, up 10-7, trying to put some more points on the board. They're going to send Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion in this 5-wide set, and you're going to see that he's going to be just sitting in the flat looking for a pass here. Keaton Slovis is going to scan his options. Now, he's looking for Tyler Vaughns because Tyler Vaughns is in a void. He's right there, but it's just not a good throw path there for Keaton Slovis. If he throws this, it's probably being tipped there. The one possibility he could have is to throw it high and let Tyler Vaughns go up and try to make a catch. And if it throws it too high, it goes through the back of the end zone. You live to fight another play. You kick the field goal, take the 3 points. Instead, Elijah Winston's brother here, Lamar, is going to get pressure on Slovis and is going to be able to pick him up. The other option for Slovis was still to check it down to Amon-Ra St. Brown. A couple of maybe a half second before this, he had that opportunity still. See if he can make a guy miss a tackle. Instead, the pressure gets there, knocks the ball free. Tyler Vaughns doesn't even try for the ball. He thinks it's an incomplete pass, and instead, Oregon gets the fumble. They're going to go 92 yards on this drive, the subsequent drive, and take the lead that they'll never relinquish. USC is now trailing 21-10. They've given up a pick 6, but they drive the ball down, get an opportunity to build some momentum going into the half. On this 3rd and 10 play, though, outside the 10-yard line, what do? You go to your playmakers, and that's Michael Pittman Jr. He's going to draw extra attention. We're going to see on this play, Troy Dye, the linebacker, is going to come out here and try to bump him, try to give him a little extra shot so that he can throw him off his route. But Michael Pittman's going to have a nice release off the line of scrimmage to avoid any bump and run coverage, and then he's just too big. He runs right through the coverage right there, right through the bump, and look at this. Finds the window. Great throw from Keaton Slovis as well. Talked to Slovis yesterday. He told me, he talked to Pittman afterwards and said, I was hoping you'd get through that traffic. And Pittman told him back, I was hoping you'd still throw the ball. He gets it in the window, inside the safety, and just a great throw and catch by the two. Touchdown USC. They trim the lead to 21-17 going into half. Or wait, there was that kickoff return too. But they did have some momentum going after this play. Unfortunately, just not after the kickoff. The final play we're going to look at is the final turnover for USC. Keaton Slovis makes a throw, expecting Tyler Vaughns to be there. Unfortunately, Tyler Vaughns just kind of disappears. Well, what happens? Watch the safety here. He's going to come down. He's got no other responsibility. There's no wide receiver or running back coming out here. He's just going to hit Tyler Vaughns, and then Vaughns is going to fall down. Nice play by Diamador Lenore, getting the one-handed interception on this 4th down play, but you can't just knock a receiver over and it be clean, except in the Pac-12 where things like that apparently are allowed. And then you get a missed tackle here by John Jackson, and it results in another 40 yards on this return from Lenore to put Oregon in good field position to then go up by 42-17. Look at it from a different angle, though. Here's the safety right here, Brady Breeze, who's in because of a targeting. Just destroys Tyler Vaughns there, and obviously if you have no receiver, then it's going to make that interception a much easier opportunity. And because this is a 4th down, I feel like Keaton Slovis, maybe he sees this and is able to look somewhere else. If there wasn't this pressure coming in his face, he's got 2 guys coming. He's kind of forcing it with 4th down. He's already in his throwing motion. So even though Tyler Vaughns is going down, he can't really make an adjustment. When things are going bad, that's how this night was for USC. Things just seem to snowball on them, and when things are going bad, things like this happen, and the Pac-12 referees don't help you out. And that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Even though it wasn't the outcome USC fans were looking for, hopefully you learned something about what USC was trying to do early in the game and what they didn't have success with a little bit later.